Hi there. I've been trying to stay anonymous here, but journalists always manage to find me, so I guess there is no need to pretend to be Horace Adams. Maybe using my most famous pen name wasn't the best strategy anyway. People call me a brilliant writer, but the dumbest man practically. I guess I live more in my stories than in real life. Always the main point in any article about me is that I don't have an Android phone. They try to romanticize me as some sort of mysterious person because of it, but it's not about trying to escape the modern world, I just don't know how to use one. I'm happy to know how my wheelchair works, and that's all. Yes, I have a wheelchair, and no, you don't need to pity me. I did enough of that myself a decade ago. I used to hunt a lot, but not since the accident. I am happy to just get lost in my stories now. They are more alive than some people in my life, and they never disappoint me. Only my readers, sometimes. I'm switching to fantasy novels. I always felt the itch to do so. I've come here to get inspiration. I already have an idea about the main character. A blind huntress, Nachi, who can talk to animals and is cursed to lose a bone in her body for every week she doesn't bring a sacrifice. I wanted to take place in these swamps. I grew up here, back when I could walk, but now it's not the most accessible for my wheelchair. I would like you to do some odd jobs for me. I want you to spend some time in the swamps without leaving and to think like Nachi would. What are the most prominent feelings in the place? Try to spot as many animals as you can. Thank you very much, Matthias Ruiz. So this mission will require us to find traces of all 4 animals living in the swamp, which is going to be the skop, the ducks, the Ross's geese, and the moose. Now, every cabin also has, most of them have a kitchen, a living area, and a bed. Strangely enough, none of them have a bathroom, neither does the main lodge. I am side-eyeing these design decisions very closely. Once again, pictures from the Transylvania map. So you can also use the bed to change time of day and sleep, if you want. And very important, make sure to interact with the map, because this will give you more map info.
You've discovered Nez Perce Valley swamp habitat. Prepare to stick your feet in swamp vegetation and abundant water. This habitat is a home for many waterfowl animals, like diving and dabbling ducks, as well as geese. Many venture here to hunt moose. Their size may lead you to believe that they are an easy animal to locate, but they tend to be good at vanishing between marshes.
This location looks absolutely gorgeous at sundown, by the way. Like those waterfalls, they actually glow golden during sundown. It's really nice. Let me actually see if we can get that, if we can get a shot of that with the photo mode drone. There we go. Change time of day. Yeah, so this is roughly what it looks like during the evening. It's a really cool location. All right. Let's go. We need to go back to the road for a bit. Can we actually go down here? I don't think we can. Oh, we should be able to. If we are very careful, we should be able to go right here and then right at the next one again. Let's see if we can actually make that. Yes, awesome. All right. And we're gonna be doing this mission for Matthias Ruiz soon enough, so don't worry about it. We'll get to it pretty much as soon as we continue with the main mission. We just need to pick up some campsites first. But yeah, all of this is private area, so we cannot actually hunt here just yet. At least not if we actually want to claim our kills. But the private lands start out with a higher mean fitness than all the public lands. So that is why they are very popular with people who are just looking for the biggest and best animals. Which personally, I don't get motivated by that. I got some load in, some pop in there. Which is really only noticeable if you're actually driving the car. Okay, let me see. There's a campsite there, so I think that's actually where our... Yeah, that's where the campsite is. Okay. Nearly overshot that by quite a few 100 meters. Let's go. Catch the map. Esteemed hunters, while I admire the skill, the patience, and the ethical practices you follow, the data I have been receiving for the past few years troubles me. It seems that with each migration, the number of Rosser skis that visit this great state are decreasing. I'm not sure of the reason yet, but it's clearly a tendency and not a statistical anomaly. I have already proposed a new set of hunting regulations to the state authorities to keep the numbers in check, but I keep receiving rejection letters. And perhaps my mind is tricking me, but I'm confident I have heard one member of the local hunting association arguing behind my back that them 4 glasses keep screwing with us. However, I do mean no harm. I just want the unique ecological balance of this great state to remain stable. Could you prove that my new restrictions are reasonable and will not be an issue for a seasoned hunter like yourself? Certainly, if they receive more conclusive data from me, they would have no choice but to accept my proposal, wouldn't they? Ross Gacho, ornithologist, locally known as bird scientist. Okay, this is the guy who wants us to hunt Ross's geese. Now this mission is a bit confusing because it does say harvest 3 Ross's geese shot from 50 meters. You may think it means 50 meters or 50 meters or under, but it actually means 50 meters or over. So gotta keep that in mind about this mission. Anyway, we're not going to do it yet. We are going to check our map and see where we need to go next. The next one is going to be this one. So we're gonna have to go quite a way west. There's a campsite over there. And these are going to be a bit troublesome to get to. We're gonna have to go right here. Left here, right here. What's the quickest way to get there? So we need to get back here, go right, and then go right here. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a trek. It's gonna take some time. But as I said, I like to get those out of the way as soon as possible so that when we finally continue with the main mission, we actually have as many missions as possible available to us, so that no matter where we go and what we hunt, we will always have something that is worth shooting. And I think just a little bit of setup in the beginning is worth it. It's just the starting maps, Nez Perce and Transylvania, are 144 square kilometers each, so it's a lot of ground to cover. We're pretty much going to spend the first in-game day just driving around picking up campsites. Alright, 800 meters to the next intersection. Got it. Gonna have to keep my eyes on the road so I don't accidentally hit anything. Don't want Matthias to have to come out here in his wheelchair to collect the dead moose. For let's be real, in real life a moose would probably total your car. And potentially kill you if it landed on your windshield. Yep, there's some moose right there. Nice big antlers on him too. Alright, we need to go right and then left until we get to the campsite. Go left here. Whoops. Trying to avoid a log and running right over a rock. That's very appropriate. This road was not made for driving. Oh, I'm an idiot. Just shortcut here. Watch out for some small animals. Like I said in the beginning, I'm pretty sure everybody who plays this game has hit at least one badger, duck, or pheasant with a car at least once. I'm gonna try not to commit any accidental vehicular animal slaughter, but I can't make promises. I just don't get people sometimes. Why would you support those who dominate? What's the point? Isn't it much more exciting to root for underdogs? Sure, you're going to suffer a lot. I mean, a lot. But the moment when underdogs prevail is totally worth it. So I say, support your local team. I mean, species. This season, lesser scorps have been dominating the field to the point where I start to question myself. Isn't my favorite animal species slowly losing its underdog status and becoming, I dare say, an upper dog? What's up, dog? I mean, favorite, but not that kind of favorite. You know, I simply cannot afford to start supporting another species. My whole identity is built around lesser scorps, not greater scorps. So if lesser scorps numbers don't get back to where they used to be, I'm worried that they are going to win the season. I mean, eradicate competition. But sure, I don't mind seeing them on the top of the table, as long as it is my table. Biggest lesser scorps fan. Hey, Screwball. Okay. This is the guy. Glory Hunters. 15 kilograms of lesser scorp meat. God help us. This mission is a mission we're definitely going to tackle in pieces. We're not going to do that all in one day because 15 kilograms. Do you guys know how much meat there is on a lesser scorp? There's 1 kilogram if you're lucky. We're not going to do that in one row. I say hunters rely too much on fancy gadgets these days. We have night vision. No, we don't actually. We don't have night vision equipment in this game. Electronic lures, also not in this game. And it makes people think we are just lazy fat hunters who sit on a chair the whole day and then just wham. I like to prove them wrong by my style of moose hunting. I like to get back to the good old days where you have just one single advantage, your iron sight. No fancy gear telling you the distance, only your eyes measuring and your brain deciding where to place the perfect shot. If you're skilled enough, let's prove people wrong together. Joe Bob. Joe Bob. This would be so much easier if I could change my equipment in the field. Well, if you hit, then we will have done tonight a chat feast. Alright, let's keep going straight ahead and then right, left, right. Right, left, right. Let's go. So yeah, some campsites have one mission, some have two, some have none. Oh, that's a very tiny antlered moose. Holy moly. Please stay where you are. I don't want to accidentally run you over. But we are going to come back to this campsite frequently because this is the best place for hunting scorp and rossoskis and wild ducks. That entire swamp is just incredible for bird hunting. Especially for those missions that require a lot of them. Left. Left. Right. Okay. Sorry, my phone changes words sometimes. It's fine. No worries. My general literacy in spelling goes to shit the moment I switch from desktop to phone, so... We will have a feast tonight, yeah. Like, I'm usually the person people go to in order to make a document look nice and be like, hey, can you check this for spelling and grammar and everything? And I'm like, sure. But the moment you take me away from my keyboard, it's like, there's gonna be so many spelling issues in there. That was close! God damn you! What are you, whitetails? Mule deer? You are, I think you're whitetails. Yeah, you're whitetails. That was so close, I nearly ran you over. What are you doing? We are so lucky we didn't hit any of them. We nearly got our first car casualty here. Oh wait, we were supposed to... Yeah, there's a trail here. That's another moose. Oh, this trail. I remember this trail from the last time I did this. Ugh, it's a pain in the ass. Are you going to move or are you not? Get out of here. It's a pain in the ass, but unfortunately it is still the quickest way to get to this campsite. And this isn't even the mountainous region, I might add. Like, we were going to get to the mountains. And oh my god, the mountains. I do not like hunting in the mountains. We're not gonna zigzag that, we're just gonna drive straight cross country. There we go. Also, this red grass is really awful if you're tracking blood. Like, every time you take a shot somewhere with this red grass around, it's just gonna be absolute pain, you know. Let's get through here. Ah! There we go. Alright. Nearly there. Let's get it done. Let's hope we don't run into a black bear. Oh yeah, I can imagine that the grass is not making the job easier. No, it really isn't. So the campsite is on the top of this hill. I know that much because I've hunted a lot of black bears on this lake. It's actually where I got my 5-star black bear for the mission. When I did it a while ago. Alright, map. Big trouble. We're appealing to all hunters in the area, please. I'm the first assistant director to a big movie shoot and I may lose my head. You may think I'm being dramatic. I wish I was. We had a party of sorts at this director's house. He traveled to the Cayman Islands and left me in charge of cleaning, which is clearly not my job. We were making fun of him a little and may have had just a little liquor. One thing led to the next, and his trophy of a black bear, which he claims he killed with just his bare hands and talent, got lost. I do not want to know what you were doing, drunk with a black bear trophy. Nobody remembers what happened. If he finds out, then pretty soon nobody in the business will remember me either. Please help me. P.O. Box, Walk of Sadness Street. So this mission requires us to harvest a black bear with a trophy rating of 4 stars or more. This doesn't sound too bad until you realize that black bear in-game live for 56 years or something like that. So it takes a long time to grow a black bear, which is why, once we are done with these once we're done with picking up all these story missions, we are going to do a black bear census and just look at all of the black bears we currently have on the map to see if we can actually find one that is a promising candidate. Because hoping to run into one of them by accident is not a good idea. All right. We are going to go straight over here. It's going to lead us up here. Let me actually see where we need to go next. Oh, we don't actually need to go over there. We need to go... Wait. No, we do actually need to go down there because that's still going to be the fastest way to get around. Okay. So we're gonna keep going straight ahead, go left here. Or we could go... We could go left through the mountains here. I think either way is gonna be just the same. We're definitely gonna have to go down here and make our way to the campsite that's over here, if I remember correctly. And if I'm judging that correctly from the screenshot that I am working off. But this is honestly one of the best lakes in the entire game, because like half the animals that are on the Nez Perce map are drinking at this lake. So that lake is pretty awesome. Let's get down here slowly. And let's try it. Let's go left. I don't think I've ever gone the left route before. I think I've always gone the right. So let's see how awful the left route actually is. I know there's usually some elk over here. We could also go right cross country, but we would probably get stuck on a bunch of trees, so that's why I prefer to at least stick on the paths and roads. Because if we get stuck on a rock, we might have to just teleport to the next campsite and then we just have to start all over again. So we don't want to do that. Very close. Did not get stuck there. To the right. Another nice little lake. And here I think we need to go left. Yeah. Okay, well that was actually not so painful. There are a few more campsites in the north that I'm not going to right now because they don't have tasks. I really just want to go to the ones that actually have tasks for now. So that we can have everything ready for when we continue hunting. There's a log in the road, we're just gonna ride around that. And then immediately hit the tiny little tree, okay. And you know what, we're actually gonna take some time at this lake. Oh, hi Badger. How's it going? How you doing? You're 1-star adult, yeah, I don't need you.